Yo, smack that bell over so y'all stay notified when I drop these videos. Now, man, it's so sad to see and hear this, man. T Grizzley's twin brother sentenced to 4 years in prison over federal gun charge. Now, if you guys don't know, a few years ago, T Grizzley's brother came home and it wasn't long. I believe he was home for like a month or two, something like that. I don't know how long he was home for, but it wasn't long until he was caught on some gun charges. I'm gonna read a little bit about this here so you guys get an understanding of what happened when he got caught up on this. T Grizzley's brother has been sentenced to 4 years and 9 months in federal prison after he was convicted of illegal gun possession. According to the Justice Department, rapper Baby Grizzley, real name Marcellus Wallace, was pulled over by Royal Oak Police on the night of December 8th of 2020. Along with co-defendant Nolan Gupta, Francis, and another man, due to their cars' headlights being turned off. They was probably smacked. Like, let's be honest. It was probably litty, and they didn't notice that the lights were off. As police approached the driver's side window, they spotted 2 red solo cups in the cup holders near the driver. Wallace and I'm gonna just say Wallace, bro. I can't say the last name. Wallace told police they had been drinking and were drinking, not the driver. So I guess Wallace allegedly pulling out a partially drunk bottle of Johnny Walker Black. Damn, so they had a whole bottle of Johnny Walker Black in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It was getting lit. Perfect. It was getting litty. However, the officer asked everyone to get out of the car due to the open intoxicants, and they proceed to search the vehicle, at which point they found 2 fully loaded semi-automatic pistols on the floor mat. Holy! Where Wallace had been seated. Police then found 2 more semi-automatic pistols near where this Gupta Francis was sitting. Holy! Let me hit him with it. Bro, them boys was locked and loaded. They was locked and loaded. And one thing I'm gonna tell you guys is, man, it was these 2 guys, right? Under their seats, they was locked and loaded. And you gotta understand, man, when you in the hood, right? And you just came home, you still got ops, right? You can't go back to the hood and get caught lacking. This is the problem about when you're in this street life. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you're always at risk because you don't know which way it's gonna go. If you don't come out with the blicky, your ops could catch you lacking. But if you come out with the blicky, you might get caught by the cops with the blicky and get locked up and have to go sit in a box for 2 to 3 years. Maybe 5, depending what the laws are in your state. Like they say, I'd rather be judged by 6 than carried by 6. That's what they say. Rather be judged by 6 than carried by 6. So I mean, listen, if you don't mind doing the time, it's something you're gonna have to deal with when you're in these streets. Very unfortunate for someone like T Grizzley's brother, who probably could have, chose to do something else. Maybe T Grizzley told him, like, yo, bro, like, look, let's take this lane. But sometimes it doesn't matter. Maybe T Grizzley was helping his brother. I'm pretty sure T Grizzley put some money in his pocket, told him, yo, listen, man, hold on to this, bro. You ain't got to worry about the streets. You ain't got to go out there and do nothing crazy. But at the end of the day, he still got real ops out there. At the end of the day, he still can't get caught lacking. So him getting caught with this gun doesn't necessarily mean that he was back in the actual streets. It probably just meant that he was just moving around the area where his ops are still at. So he had to carry the blicky with him. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Well, why is he, riding around the area where his ops are at? Why he's still back in that area? Well, a lot of the times you got to understand that these rappers got family that don't necessarily end up moving from there, man. They got family, they got kids, they got baby moms. You know, they really can't avoid not going there. So they got to go there strapped just in case they get caught by the ops. It is what it is, man. This is what comes with that life. This is why when you sign up for that, man, you got to know, you know, this is what comes with it. You know what I mean? I'm going to probably have to go sit in a box for 2 or 3 years at a time every once in a while because the cops might catch me with the, you know what I mean? It's just unfortunate, man, that this is T Grizzly's brother. He probably could have been making some music, you know what I mean? Doing anything else. I believe they made a couple tracks together. I think they got an album together, him and his brother. According to court records, Baby Grizzly then allegedly tried to bribe the driver of the vehicle to take responsibility for the gun after the pair had been placed in the back of a squad car together. Court records show the rapper, who had just received $300,000 in a cash advance for signing a record deal, allegedly offered the unnamed driver $20,000. So I guess when they put them both in the car, this is the thing too, man. You guys got to understand, there's cameras in these cops' cars, man. There's cameras everywhere. But I guess they had cameras, you know, there was obviously cameras in the cop car. Audio also probably being recorded. And he was probably like, yo, bro, take this gun charge, bro. I'm going to throw you 20 racks. But I'm going to be honest with you, 20 racks for a gun charge is not a lot. I'll be honest with you. If he probably would have said like, yo, I'm going to give you half of this 300, man's probably would have been like, I'll go sit in the box for it. You know what I'm saying? Come home to 150. That could, you know, put a motherfucker in a good place. Even though it ain't life changing, it could still put you in a good place. You know, you could come out, open a business. You could come out, bust a couple moves and double that up. You know what I mean? There's a lot you could do. But I guess mans wasn't with it. They say Dasgupta Francis was sentenced to 45 months in federal prison by a United States District Judge. Both Grizzly and Dasgupta Francis still have to face parole violation hearings with the Michigan Department of Corrections, which they're probably gonna throw another couple of years on top of that for them for violating parole. Because I guess, you know, he, like I said, he had just came home, so he was still on probation. And it is what it is, man. You know, like T Grizzly can't do nothing more. You know, he can't. T Grizzly can't come and be like, yo, I'm gonna take my brother completely out the hood. He can't do that. At the end of the day, he know that the family's still there, the homies is still there, motherfuckers still gonna ride through there, so they still gotta be strapped. Motherfuckers can't get caught lacking, man. It is what it is. That's where they came up at. That's where it all started. They had to be in the streets before they even got money. And just because they got money doesn't mean that they not gonna be without the strap. They still gonna carry the strap. Obviously, probably even more now that they got all this jewelry on. You see these guys, man, they shining, man. They ain't trying to get caught lacking. It is what it is, man. But like I always said, man, I always be like, yo, hire security. But then again, my man's had just signed a $300,000 deal. Ain't much security that he could hire. You know what I mean? It's gonna cost him way too much money to have that $300,000 gonna be gone in a month. You know how expensive it is to have armed security? Now, if this would have happened to T Grizzly, I would have been like, yo, T Grizzly, my nigga, like, you got way too much bread to be carrying a blicky, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would have been like,
get him out of here.
But his brother, I can't really say nothing, man, because his brother needs to do what he got to do to survive. It's only $300,000, and ain't you pay taxes on that $300,000. What you looking at? Like, shit, half, 150, like shit. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, man. And don't forget to smack that bell up above.
Wow, it's the Smack
Check you
House.
guys out on the next one. Peace.